Welcome back, everybody. We are continuing with Bentley Michaels in House Party, and now I'm steering, so we're going to save before I do something terrible.
He's BogDrakonov, and I'm ZeroConsistancy, and yes, Bog knows his way around this game a lot better than I do, so I am much obliged to hand the helm over to him.
F's up.
And this stupid idiot's back up. He's not, like, on the ground being kicked around like a hacky sack anymore.
Yeah, he woke up.
It's okay. Just means he doesn't have to go to the hospital.
He's drunk, yeah.
Beats me, bro. I was just minding my own business, and he came at me. I lost my wine, too, and he's guarding all the rest of the alcohol. I think I'm sobering up. It sucks big time.
He's losing his powers.
All right.
Should stop worrying about her looks. There's not a single girl that wouldn't trade.
Okay, so
Like kryptonite.
University doctor that reading makes you tired.
need a phone.
Did you need something?
So, do not want to take a swig of the rum in front of Frank.
No, because then it'll just be combat. Oh, the coffee cup.
Yes, we
I
need
thought-
to sober Patrick up so we can get his
Do
phones.
not ask me why I thought it was an actual can of coffee.
Hey,
And there's going to be some mini game where you had to brew coffee.
Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure I can figure it out. I'll take a look.
Thanks, kitty cat.
If you ever call me that again, I'll murder you in your sleep.
All right, then.
No pet names for kitty cat.
Yeah, kitty cat is Spencer. She's Hot Topic. So once we... Oh, actually, I don't think she needed to fix the microwave.
That's why I'm going to a
I think the
community college.
coffee
If you're going to
goes
set up a beer
in
pong
this
table,
thing.
at least drag it out
Coffee
of
in
the
a tea
garage
kettle?
so the rest of us
That's
can enjoy it.
blasphemous.
Every single time, the same fucking song.
Use
How is it even
with...
possible
And I
to
like how they,
master only
like,
one song?
I remember
Or some
the
kind of
stove
stimulation
being
and
different. I
licensing
like how they
restrictions
put, like, a
that
hood
cut
over it
overwords
now.
and
It's a very
access other
fancy, it's a
songs?
very
I mean,
fancy
come
stove for,
on.
like, inside.
They've
God, my
definitely
boyfriend
upgraded
is
the
a
house.
stove.
for sure. Which is funny
With
to
the
me, since
builds
he's
they've
so
renovated.
allergic.
I know this was dumb to do,
Oh.
but I stuck my hand in the bug
That
zapper
pizza
and
box
it
needs
went
some more
Coffee?
assets on it.
Oh, I
It needs like a slice on
I
it.
did that wrong.
something.
I tried to use it with the
No,
empty
I'm
mug.
not studying to be
Coffee.
a science fiction writer. Why would I even go to college for that?
All right, so I didn't need her to fix the
Studying to be a
microwave.
science fiction
The problem with the microwave was with the thermal
Dude,
cutouts, which help keep
George
the oven
McFly,
from
you just
overheating.
happen-
When the
you
thermal
just do
cutouts
it.
fail, the microwave
just
won't
write
turn
your
on as a
stories.
safety
Yeah.
precaution to keep it from
Unlike George
getting too
McFly, you
hot.
actually let people
I
read
Stories.
used the microwave and then
Speaking of
removed
which-
it.
Another planet.
Then, once I found
I
the
need
thermal
Biff to yell
fuse,
at me,
I disconnected its
McFly,
wires from
remember
the
to turn on the
terminals.
timer.
Then I used a
Hey,
multi-
McFly, turn on the
Since
timer.
there was none, I replaced the thermal cutouts. I also took the opportunity to check
Oh,
that the
man.
cooling fan is
That-
working and
those
not
movies
causing
are
the microwave
classic.
to overheat by cutting off airflow.
It was just Back to the Future Day,
Yes.
October 21st.
Moron.
It
Oh,
was,
really?
the day that they go to the future and Back to the Future 2.
Oh, that's right.
And actually, back in I think 2015, they showed up on a bunch of different like talk shows
That's
Yes,
still-
they did.
because that was actually the date that they went to.
Yep. Yeah, they were on Jimmy Kimmel.
That was great. It was good to see him though. Oh man, did Michael J. Fox look? Oof.
What's your deal? Like, what do
He
you
looked rough.
Yeah, it's always tough to see him now because like you have this image of him from all of the movies and everything that he did, and it's like because you know like he's still in it and he still wants to do stuff, but he also understands his limitations now. So you know it's like
Right.
it's got to be it's tough on both ends, you know, because he was on a podcast within the last year promoting like his new book. Maybe I think it was Rob Lowe's podcast, and some of it was hard because like it was hard to listen to, but like I just watched Back to the first Back to the Future the other day with a friend, and it was so it always brings me so much joy, and it always makes me like want to watch the next ones like right after it, you know.
Yeah, I was always, as a kid growing up watching movies like that, I was always upset they never made a Back to the Future 4. Like, it ends with that amazing train time machine. I was like, what can they do with this?
Have you read the comics?
I did not know there were comics.
There's
Did you need something?
26 comics. You can get them digitally. Bob Gale, the writer of Back to the Future, he helped create them, and it's all about what happens like right after Back to the Future 3. So like Marty's going through a thing of like, because he's not the Marty of timeline. The Marty we follow through all the movies is Marty A, and then he sees Marty B go back in time at the end of the first movie. But Marty B grew up with the perfect idyllic family that Marty A transformed his family into. So he's not going to have the same memory. So like it deals with that whole thing of like, I have dual memories of this situation. Like I remember growing up in the crappy house. But, yeah, exactly. It's a really great, and Jennifer's more a part of it, and like there's more time travel, there's all sorts of stuff. It's really great. And then also you can go on YouTube and find the Back to the Future game. They just took all of the cutscenes and they and it's like almost 2 hours, and they just put all the cutscenes together, and it's kind of like a Back to the Future 4 kind of movie and that sort of stuff as well. But don't watch the animated show. That's a fucking pile of garbage.
Oof. That's very interesting. So technically, wouldn't that make the Marty at the end of the first Back to the Future Marty B, after he comes back and is now with the new family? Or it's just Marty A in the Marty B timeline?
No, it's Marty A because he's or Marty Prime because he's the one that we follow throughout the entire movie series.
Right.
And then like Marty B like goes back, and there's actually a darker theory in which that like Doc, obviously knowing that you know, he's got to wear the bulletproof vest and all that stuff. He screws with the time machine, and so when that Marty disappears, he goes into like, you know, the ancient past or the super future, and just like essentially like time travels into the sun and explodes. So like there's no more paradox or whatever.
Wow.
There's like a super dark theory about that, but like, I mean, technically, like
technically,
you know,
that would have killed Marty Prime though.
No, because because Marty Prime is different because he's because there's two of them now, because he split the timeline the second that he started interfering. So like that Marty is not the Marty that he watches like go back in Back to the Future at the end of the first movie. That's not him. That's not like he went back and like watched himself. That's a kid that grew up after he changed the timeline, which is why the house and everything is different. And so like that kid grew up insanely different than the guy that we see at the beginning of the movie.
Oh wow, so he so basically they blended the laminar universe where it's a stream that flows into itself along with multiverse theory.
I mean, I don't think they did. I think they were just trying to write a fun movie that's timeless.
And then
but,
people just
all of the nerds on the internet now and myself that analyze the movie. I mean, I wrote a 15-page thing for like when I was doing this conspiracy podcast for a long time called The 45th Parallel, and I wrote a 15-page thing about how many times Marty died and how many times like Biff like or Doc came and like saved him. And like that's why he seems to have like the idyllic way of being able to just get through things. And like I went into this whole deep dive on the history of things. And like, yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, the first thing that ever opened my eyes to multiverse and, you know, timelines and things like that was actually the Dragon Ball Z anime. Because Trunks' time machine, it ends up being like 4 different timelines by the end of it. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
The Godzilla of all danger noodles. The stakes have changed, my man. What's the matter with you, man?
And there's like what do you call it, a cutscene or a deleted scene in the second Back to the Future where Biff comes back, you know, from giving himself the almanac or whatever. But because he's changed the past, he like ends up like disappearing behind a car because he changed the timeline. So he wouldn't have been that Biff in that future anymore. He would have been the rich Biff and or likely someone that got murdered because someone came after him, because of that, that sort of Trumpian Biff that we meet in Back to the Future too. Yeah,
right,
so like there was a scene like where like when Biff comes back, like we sort of see it, briefly because he breaks off his cane in the time machine, but there's more to it. He goes over to like behind a car because Doc and Marty are bringing Jennifer to the car, and as he's behind the car and they're loading Jennifer into the car into the time machine, he like disappears behind this other car because he changed the timelines and stuff.
What's going on?
Anyway, back to House Party.
Yeah. So, what everybody's missed, not paying attention so far, we, as Leia so eloquently put it, are looking for the no-necked motherfucker. She has found that it is a gigantic danger noodle. Yes, now she wants me to spar with her.
Oh, Sensei Frank does not approve.
We ain't leaving this garage till you land them swings on me, little boy.
Okay,
Why,
so
why do we have to beat
landed
up
some
Leia?
swings.
Now that's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
but-
about.
All right.
I don't want to hit a girl.
Yeah, I protested a bit.
Well, Leia likes it rough.
I'm catching your drift. Believe me, that kind of banging around is pretty high up on my list as well. If this self-defense studio plan of mine works out, I'll get this workout during the day and that workout at
Yep.
night.
Oh yeah, Leia likes it rough.
Lot titillation.
All
Fuck.
right.
Well, at least I know I can count on you. We really better get back to the hunt.
All right, let's chase
Well,
the snake.
Oh, wait, I
That
forgot if I
big,
told you this, but I got her
that
email
can't
for
be
you
from
guys, so I'll
around
send it to you.
these
She wants
You
to
told
know.
me. I think Bog was
yeah,
Escape from the
fantastic.
zoo situation
Yeah.
on our
was
hands.
away.
She's
at the
definitely
moment.
interested. I'll give it
Awesome.
to you guys after all this.
Yeah, sure.
This is super fascinating. Yeah, she
You
definitely
can't be
has like a
serious.
Vivica Fox
That thing
Kill Bill vibe
lives
to her.
here?
Oh yeah,
Show
for
me.
sure.
I
Alright.
can't believe
I mean,
didn't
despite the whole
find out
satirical
what
nature
exactly
of
we
this,
were dealing
that this
with.
game
I
is
just jumped at the
morphed
opportunity
into
to
as
prove
it's
myself.
evolved, the character design is
Sensei
still
Frank is
really well
right.
done.
It is extremely
Yeah.
well done.
Strike out on my
Oh
own.
no, the snake. That's what we're doing. The snake.
Yeah,
You know what?
Patrick's
Despite
blocking
everything,
her
praise
from
Inc.
pathfinding her way
games.
into
Who's
Or-
that gal that's just sitting in that room at the end of the fucking hallway?
That is.
That is Big Titty Brittany, I think.
What is?
Come on. I heard what was happening in the garage.
And I'm assuming
The
you
other
gotta
day
get her
I
top
know,
off at
but
some
a
point.
man of
Well, actually,
taste like myself knows the sounds of a
probably.
dom
You get
dominating
Stephanie
your
to
son.
take her top off to lure Brittany out of hiding.
Oh, the Big Titty Brittany is just hiding up there, keeping her boobs away from everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's shy about them.
Non-pleasure-filled, leather-free Brombat
Oh, what a game!
And he's
it really
explaining
is.
to us Brombat training.
You know, my company is prototyping some VR
Prototyping some
that's showing
Brombat
some
training that's
real
showing some
promise.
real.
My own little side project
So much
is a
bro.
choking peripheral you can wear like a collar, and then the dom can. Never mind. It's just VR Brombat for Brombat purposes.
My girlfriend
I've
just
got
got
my
back.
case around here somewhere. Maybe I can show you the prototype. Where the hell did I put that thing? Of course.
Wow,
you
yeah,
have to
no,
scare
those
somebody to service
prototypes.
your
No, I'm
AI
sure that
avatar. The only Abby
the
I
voice
have in
actor
there now
probably
looks
had,
the
like,
gift
some-
from that Bruce Willis movie.
Some
That's
like
not anything.
you know,
Or
input and
much either.
like creative stuff, and you come, but like this is way more like meticulous and scripted than the shit that like Frank does.
Oh, yeah,
Curse
this-
you alcohol-soaked brain cells.
This is like when they made that wizard with the dick on his forehead live underneath the stairs.
Wow. Oh my god. Every line is better than the last.
Oh my god.
Playboy Mansion of Snake
So when she comes on the show, we have to ask her how many takes it took to not laugh through saying that.
Weirdest shit.
It was
There
definitely
there
more than
is some
three.
stuff, dude. There's definitely some stuff that I cut out where I do make myself laugh. Like I'll be saying, because like I'll read the line like real quickly beforehand, like in my head, just so I like get it, and then I'm like, okay, and then like once I start performing it, like start performing it, and I get that voice, and I've probably once a session I will make myself fucking laugh. And I've got one of your numbers when I record the new voices, like I usually I'll usually like there's a couple of friends of mine that are fans of House Party that like before they knew I was Frank, and I've known them for years, and they were like, holy fuck, you're Frank in House Party, dude, that game is fucked up. And like, so it's like I usually find a line or two, and it's like I record it and I send it to them. But I'll you know, maybe you'll get a text from old Sensei Frank.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, you have my
Because
number.
I do make myself fucking laugh. Because like I get like super into it, and I'm like I gesticulate a lot and all that sort of stuff. But like it fucking. What I was gonna say earlier, my pals Joe and Becca, like he messaged me on Twitter, Joe, and they're married, and he goes, hey, you know, for Christmas, could you like do like a like he goes, I'm sure you get asked this all the time, but like could you do a message for my wife? You know, we play House Party together, you know, in our little in our computer room and that sort of stuff. And I was like, I was like, A, I don't get asked that all the time. B, I will totally do that, but you have to take a reaction video and post it on Twitter so I can see it. And I made her, and it was a Christmas present. So on Christmas Day, like 2 years ago, there's a video, and it's got like 2,500 views or something like that. And it's like, he's like, here, I got you a present, and then it's me like coming out of the speakers like, how's it going, dude? And she's like, oh my God, is that? He goes, yeah. And then I had the dudes over to Eat Games. They got me I was like, give me like a headshot, like a high res thing of Frank. And so like they sent me a high res file, and I went down to fucking like Kinko's or whatever, and I printed it out. I was like, I need this like on like photo paper, and they're like, what is this? I'm like, it's a video game part of idiot. Like print it out on photo paper, and they printed it out, and I signed it, and I framed it, and then I wrapped it up, and I shipped it to them, and it's hanging on their wall, and so it's like a signed headshot of Frank. It's hanging on their wall. And my offer to you, for just you two gentlemen, if you want a signed headshot of Frank, I would be more than happy to print one out and send it to you.
Oh, that would absolutely be wonderful.
Definitely, that'll go right up on Twitter.
Cool. Just message me the message me your addresses, and I'll send them. I'll totally send them off.
Oh, definitely.
Sounds
That's
great,
awesome.
man. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Right now,
and then like when the shirts came out, I bought them shirts, and I had them sent to them. I was like, hey, send these two shirts. They're Frank super fans and that sort of stuff. So, and then they took a picture on Twitter and like of them like in their front yard or whatever, just like wearing their shirts, their Frank shirts and the how's it going, dude shirts, which is awesome. Like I was super happy. Like and now they've got a kid. They've got the little baby Frank. I messaged him. I was like, how's baby doing? And,
how's the baby doing, dude?
Well, actually, speaking of all this like Frank stuff we're doing. Oh, she found the katana.
Yes.
Well, we really are going full Kill Bill here, aren't we?
Yeah. Maybe
yeah.
I'll just be Frank for your Halloween party.
You might have to wait. Find like
I kind of look like
cap.
Frank all the time because I'm bald. I mean, like.
About time.
Yeah,
No,
I'll see
like
if I
how
can.
At first, a deadly snake is set free from its cage, and
I
now
could definitely understand the shock when people learn that you do voice Frank, because when you have your normal speaking voice, you would never know.
Right.
My
Yeah,
dad's
it's
exactly my apprentice.
yeah,
First
it's
the
definitely
snake,
something weird
now the
where it's
blade.
like,
We're dealing with a lethal
I don't know.
and I'm starting to wonder if I'm the target.
I sometimes I've heard myself on the radio,
Just think
and
about it.
it's taken
Who's
me
the one
the
person
radio
trying
or
to
like
turn this town
Spotify
around
or
by
like
teaching
whatever.
everyone
Like
how to
I've
become
heard myself,
ass-kicking machines?
and
Me.
like I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm starting to
interesting.
see things in a new
And then
light.
like halfway through
Unless
it,
you know
I go,
otherwise, these
oh, it
threats
sounds so
are just
familiar
random
because that's
events.
me. That's what it is. And
All
or my
right.
favorite thing is
Go
like
ahead and see what you can
clients
dig
will
up,
email
but
me and they'll
don't
be like,
waste too much time trying to
we
learn
want
exact
this kind of read, this
proctology or
kind of,
whatever you call
we're
it.
thinking of this, and it's a
This ain't
YouTube link, and I click
CSI.
on it. They're like, something kind of like this. And probably once a month, they go something like this, and I click on the YouTube link, and it's me narrating something. They're like, can you sound like that guy? And I was like, I'll do my best.
Oh, hey, I'm Amy.
Nice.
Oh yeah, now we
Hey,
have
Amy.
to do part of
Thank
Amy's
you.
quest so that she'll
Pleasure's
help
all
us
mine.
authenticate the katana
Oh,
because
she's got RLS.
it's not racist at all to just assume that the Asian girl at the party knows about katanas.
Well, her name's Amy, so,
Yeah, I guess I have been kind
And
of
she
spacing
definitely
out.
looks like she's dressed from Once
It's
Upon a
just that
Time in
I'm new
Hollywood.
town and I'm trying to join a sorority. They got me doing a scavenger hunt as an initiate. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, so now we got to get her a credit card, which is
Now we gotta go steal a credit card.
yes, there's one in here. But if Frank sees us take the credit card, he'll beat us up for stealing. Oh,
No.
and Derek will also beat us up for stealing from Madison.
Oh, I've seen this part.
How's it going, dude? Staying away from the alcohol?
Patrick calls you an ass-leaking fart
I'm
monkey.
gonna fuck his shit up.
Yeah, that's all in the. I believe that's all like in the first session, and that's in the basement of my old house.
When in doubt, make Frank beat up Patrick.
Yep. Ooh, Patrick actually got a good
he got a
swing.
good shot in on you.
I've only ever seen videos of Frank basically being like Superman that just kicks the crap out of everyone.
Oh yeah. Amy, where'd you go?
No, they
Did you
easily
need to-
made him the strongest character in this entire game.
That's because he's got no personality.
Jennifer Aniston clone got in our way.
But
Oh, I was actually thinking like that gal in like the striped shirt. She kind of looks like
say penetrate.
Jen, like the from the Bomb Pops, like that pop punk band with like her name's Jen. She's like the singer and guitar player, and she always wears like stripes like that.
That's Rachel. She's the one that vaguely is aware of the fact that they're all trapped in a video game.
Oh, good.
Oh,
She's the wall
interesting.
breaker.
Oh, she's the fourth wall gal.
I'll be the first to say it.
Yeah.
We looked better in
There you go.
Alpha.
Is that a cigar?
I'm much more into
Maybe he doesn't want
electronica
that
or
while there's
even
other people
chili.
Oh, I didn't
Again?
ask her. Yeah, let me take a crack
Let's
at that.
see. The first item.
How long do these kind of parties last? Could I go ahead and slip out?
Oh wow, that was so nice. of
Yeah,
Madison
you
to
can
let
leave
have a
anytime you
card.
want because
Why?
there's a
Frank is
front
even
door,
here.
you
Inviting
idiot.
the person who stops people
So
from drinking
when
is like trying to
when
find
Leia,
a decent
not Leia, when
person
Letty,
to deposit
one of the
Frank's
people
card.
that won the contest to be added
Oh
to
yeah,
this,
the Twitch streamer.
yeah, first arrives at the party, Rachel says something to her like, "Wait, you showed up. That means there's a way to leave."
Oh yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And don't like the Game Grumps come in like on parachutes or something, don't they?
They drop out of a hot air balloon.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that's what
cool.
it
I
is.
haven't gotten to see that yet.
In what context?
We
I
should
know what
definitely
they
try
are,
to
if
do
that's
that
what
then.
you're asking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Find that after we defeat the snake, we find the Game Grumps coming in on the parachutes because that I
Oh,
want to
of
see that for
course.
sure.
The
And then
Oh,
we
yeah.
can be like,
Blade,
"Yo,
used
dudes,
by
get me
samurai
on the
warriors
show."
from Japan. How wise of you to
Look,
come
you
to
just
me
got
with this
scooped by
incorrect
2 other dudes,
grasshopper.
dudes.
Please, let me see the blade.
All right. Now she's
I love the
clearly being
flamingos in the
sarcastic.
background. That's such a funny little touch.
This blade has many
Do you want the
stories to
spoiler
tell.
on how the Game Grumps interact
I'm
with the
afraid my
flamingos?
insight doesn't
Oh,
come
I can
free.
only imagine.
I mean, we can wait till we get there, or you
All
can
right.
tell me. It doesn't matter to me.
Do you want the spoiler?
I don't care. Go for it.
All right. So they want to leave from the second they show up to get to Game Grumps Live. And eventually, one of the exits you can give them is they get high and ride the flamingos out of the yard.
That's amazing. I love it.
It's clear
That reminds me of that the first Anchorman, like Ron Burgundy and
Continue helping me
shoot,
with
what's her
my
name?
scavenger hunt to
Christina
learn
Applegate.
more
Like
about the
they're like
meaning of it.
in that dream sequence. They're like riding on the
fire is so
like the
pretty.
unicorns or something
Okay,
like that.
So next up, I
Uh-oh.
need. Oh gosh, I need to get a condom from a stranger. If this is
Oh.
too embarrassing for you, you can let me know and I'll understand. I think I...
Condom from a stranger.
Yeah, we got to go talk
I
to
mean, no
Frank.
offense, but this doesn't seem like a condom using house party. You know what I mean?
How's it going, dude?
And yet,
Staying away
Except
from
for
the alcohol?
Frank,
and yet.
those fucking cargo shorts. He's got condoms on both sides of those pockets of there in his cargo
Can't say I haven't
shorts.
noticed
Well,
the
he
way
needs
that you've
those
been
loose
looking
cargo
lately,
shorts for his
but,
big balls.
If this is your way of coming on to me,
Oh, yeah, I
should
forgot
let you know
about
that
yeah.
I prefer a more direct approach. Listen, if you can't be honest with yourself, then you'll never really be able to be honest with anybody else. Let
Reminds me
know
of a
when you're
guy I
ready
used to
admit
work
you
with. He said, "You can't love a woman until you learn how to love a man."
We got to go find Derek and ask him for advice.
How is your dad doing?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What, my dad?
I'm just fucking around.
Oh, nice.
Probably
Very
Guy
nice.
is more like it. He's had a crush on Kat for as long as I can remember. But I see the way he looks at my ass, too. Why do you ask? It sounds like Frank is confused about the situation. Unless, of course, you actually are interested in Frank. Well, in that case, it sounds like you need to be truthful about your feelings.
All right. I think we're going to end the episode here, and we could start off
So
the
much
next
truth.
one. We
So much
could
feelings.
Start off the next one with our romantic interaction with Frank.
Hey, did you see the game?
All right. We'll be right back.